Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. Welcome back to the Transport Fever 2 Metropolis. There was a bus in the background there. That was quite nice. This bloke's ethereally moving through all the other passengers who are currently waiting. We're here at Fantacity, or Ironforge as it's occasionally referred to, but you'd be wrong to refer to that. And we've got a pleasing amount of traffic going on. Not at quite as much as I'd like, but I'm not quite finished with it yet. I'm not going to work on it today. I just like this as an opening gambit, you know. It just makes me relatively happy about life and everything that goes along with it. Let's see, look, another train coming in. That's great, isn't it? I'm just gonna chance it that we get another train come in before this new one departs. Give it a tick. It's going to be worth it if it does. Well, I mean, it won't be. It won't be any more worth it than what we're seeing already. But what we're seeing already is quite nice. So I'm largely good with it already. I don't think more victory is going to come our way. Never mind. Oh well, I've got something fun to build today, so should we go and do that? Yes, children, let's. I was only off by a little bit. It's pulled in over there, and if we scroll on over, so I think this is possibly the action section of track here, because you've got the fifth platform there as well, which is great. Bus, and that's super. I'll waste no more of your time, and we'll get on with the show. Right, where are we? Well, we're here, obviously. I mean, look at the size of this flipping thing here. Look at that. It's growing magnificently, and that's splendid. Now, still to do. Here's the old station Ankh that we built last time. We've got the branch working. This has come up very nicely, and I'm very pleased with it. And this is eventually going to curve around, hack its way through the city here to a station probably about there. And the reason I'm going for there is that it's a good kind of midpoint for services that are running in and around Fantacity, which is the city we're looking at, which is super. The other thing that I'd quite like to do is replace these little, I'm going to say 314s, but they could be anything, I don't know. But replace those with intercities. But I'm not doing that yet. No, we're going to do something else today, and that is Alpha Complex. Now, here's the current scheme. We leave from Ankh, and at the moment we wend our way badly down this hill before landing up in, I guess, Night City. Yeah, landing in Night City, which is great, but it's rubbish. You know, great and rubbish at the same time. It's not where you want it. So I was looking at this for a couple of minutes, and I went like, well, what would you do then instead? Obviously, you do need this cross-island connection line going on here, running out Ironforge, maybe. Yeah, you'd run out from Ironforge, wouldn't you? No. You'll be running from the thing in the centre. So you'll be running from there out through here, before landing in Alpha Complex, right? A nice little three-stopper. It'll be a good money printer, but it needs to then lead to where we're going next. Now, I've spoken before about having a coastal line running along this side of the island, which would start down here in Ov, before working its way up and around and round and over and round largely. Not square, no, round. So I was thinking, okay, right, well, we've got Alpha Complex. Now, Alpha Complex doesn't necessarily lend itself to another route in this second city here. What are you going to call this? Spacey World. I don't think that's ideal, is it? It's not what you meant, but now you hear it back to yourself, you kind of think, like, what a middle-aged man being a predator towards young lads. No, I don't think that's necessarily the optic that you want to go for there. So instead, I'm going to work Gaslands, possibly, maybe Night City, on a little windy route of a commuting nature that heads out to Gallifrey, and then have this island sideline come in via Alpha Complex, very much run along the side of the island, stop again at Gallifrey before pushing forward into the next section. Okay, so today the only objective that I've got is build a station in Alpha Complex. Yep, and work this line here into that station. It's pretty easy, isn't it? And better still, the AI seems to have absolutely no desire to build in this bit here. And I'm going, well, it seems that looks like a lovely bit to me, and so I'll have it. Thanks. Nice one, nice of you to offer. So what are we going to need here? Well, you're going to need 4 platforms. Yeah, you are going to need 4 platforms. Yeah. Because obviously you've got the island line running around the outside of the thing. Yeah. We've got this one coming in from Fantacity. That's another one. And then you've got the local commuter windy business as the last one. 4 platforms. It's 4 platforms. Yeah. How many platforms? 4. How many of them? 4. Right. Okay, good. Glad we had this conversation. Right. We don't want a terminus. I could try... No, that says old next to it, which is usually a sign that you probably don't. So we'll go with this bad boy here. We'll wang 4 on it. We'll make it 160 meters. We'll go with overpasses. We'll go with a medium-sized over-the-toppy and all of that business. Great. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're following along. You don't need me to spell it out more than once. Right, let's find for something relatively flat. Several of you have suggested, why don't you get one of them downward sloping stations? And I kind of go, oh, no, I don't believe in it. I've used them in the past, and they're fine, and they serve a purpose, but I don't like the end appearance of them. One station should never be on a slope, and therefore, instead, one should very much flatten out the land before you stick the station down. I don't fancy your chances, bruv. Just saying, but you know, good luck to you nonetheless. And we'll see how this goes. Right, does that feel better? See, I'm fine with it clipping through land. What I don't want it to do is have a big fat overhang like we've got at the back there. So we need to grab from here and just pull it this way. I've got more money than sense. I mean, that's often the case. 126 million now in the bank, because all these passenger lines are paying off very nicely. Most of the bus lines, most of the internal commuter lines are also doing a good job. You've got a smooth tool, that's why it's not doing it. You want flatten. Oh yeah, because you want to build a plinth. Yes, okay, yeah, my bad. Yeah, well, it is your bad. Yeah, I know, that's why I said it. Okay, right, stick that along there. This high street here, yeah, I don't think they're going to make it somehow, but they just haven't realised it yet. You know what you should do? Pull elevation down to about that height, and then it'll match up a little bit easier. Yeah, all right. Well, you know what they say: if it's worth spending best part of $1 million once, it's worth spending another best part of $1 million to do it properly. Right. Good. Now get in there before the AI pulls a cheeky road out in there somewhere. Right, let's slap that in and see how we're looking. That looks solid. Yeah, maybe a slightly different angle, but to be honest, if I'm following the curve of the island here, that's about as good a location as I need. I could go differently with it, but no, it'll be fine. Right, so we're going to run all 4 tracks pretty much in parallel. Right, hit the pause button. Get the bulldozer out. Yeah. And once this comes up routinely as well, so I thought I'd fill you in again, just for the time being. People saying, why don't you build an underground line? And the answer to that is because I want to see the trains. I know, it's as simple as that. That's the reason I don't want to use an underground line, is because I want to see the trains. And if they're underground, we won't be seeing the trains. They might work, and that's great. But its working is not the be-all and end-all for what we're after here. We want something that you can sit and admire and look at and go, oh, yes. Oh, this reminds me of that time when I saw that thing that I liked. I quite enjoyed that as well. Right, yeah, get rid of that. Good. Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be left with the same situation as normal, where I'm going, oh, I'm going to have to build loads of bridges under that. Oh, no, I'm not. See, that qualifies there as just a little bit too cheeky, but still within the cheeky tolerance range. Yeah. Oh, we'll go with twin tunnels, I think. This one you want to be bending this one that way. Okay, well, let's do it again then. It's all right. It was fun the first time. Let's do it again. There you go. Yeah. Wang that back a bit, and then go again. Right. So if we were to head out over here, keep it on the flat. 150 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I haven't changed to miles yet. I meant to. Actually, you wouldn't do it like that. You want to go like this because we don't want to carve through the city too much to get out to the coast. And obviously, we don't want to be increasing in elevation because that's no good. But I do want it to re-emerge because the coast is going to be lower down. You see, so I'd be going uphill just to go downhill again. So probably about there will do the trick. But I do want I want a tunnel to end. Well, then you're going to have to change the landscape. Well, you know that I'm not beyond changing the landscape. If we just hack this out, and then we'll get the track in, and then I'll try and make it look like it's not just me having smoothed it out, so it's not entirely in a tunnel. There you go. Something along those lines, not going uphill. Right, that can be refined, but for the moment that will suffice. That makes me sufficiently happy to go. Yeah, that's probably all right. Yeah, you sure you're not in miles? 125 around that corner. That feels miles-ish. Well, let's have a look. Kilometers tops out at 300, so there you go. We're still in kilometers. Okay, all right, no, that's fine. You did say to the nice people at home that you would switch to Imperial. Yeah, I will do. I just don't really see the benefit because it makes your viewers happy. Once in a while, you've got to do something that makes your viewers happy. I think the very publishing of this video has made them sufficiently happy, and they should be grateful. Well, okay. Well, you take it up with them because they may differ on that perspective. Right, good. So there's my station approach that side. Obviously, we're going to bulldoze through the other side as well, but not today. Right, where are we going next? Well, the way we're going forwards, and I mean, depending on how long this takes, we may start work on a next bit, but we might not. For now, let's see what we've got. Now, we're leaving from here. We've got a nice-ish bit of tunnel already. This is double-tracked, ready for further adventures and mayhem. So let's trundle this along and double-track it out to the other end of the tunnel. Right. And now we're heading over there. So you're going to want to curve around here using this hillside to aid in elevation shifting. This existing track that we've got probably past its sell-by date at this point. So let's just take it down by maybe 2 lozenges. What do you think? You've taken it up by 2 lozenges, which is not exactly the same thing. There you go. Take it down by 2 lozenges. There you go. Now, that will probably suffice. Get the angle of attack more or less correct. Well, I think we'll be going from about here then. Okay. Obviously, I can change the initial approach after we've got this in. But I mean, as ever, we're going to want to transition the rolling stock, the trains that we've already got. We want to transition those onto this new line. Now that's maximum steepitude. Yeah, and we are going to need to work our way around the outside. All right. Well, look, take a swing at it, see how we do. And then take a subsequent swing if this first one ends up being no goods to man nor beast. We are still very high up here. I think maximum steepitude is going to be an inevitability. Go on. Too much slope, bruv. Oh, crikey. You've got all the time in the world to get to there. Well, all the time in the world we may have. Going to work it isn't. No. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. What are we going to do about that? We don't have a huge... Well, you start out lower in this tunnel. That leads to too much tunnel, though. I don't want as much tunnel as that. Your other alternative would be to go this way and then hook round there and come in at the reverse angle. Well, all right. Well, look, I've got money, so let's have a look and see if we can make that work. So coming off from around here, don't you dare go up. I want you on the flat, please. Right, and then work our way around this way. Now this is inevitably going to have some fairly epic scale tunneling going on. Where would you go to? About there, I guess, maybe? Well, let's try it. I mean, it's only money. We earn it back fast enough. And then come round and whack into there. I don't think whacking into there looks viable to me. And it's... Oh, hold on. If you do a bit of this and then a bit of that... No, you're miles off. Look at that. You're still... I mean, that's maximum downhill. And you're still a long distance from being able to reach the station. So you're thinking a helix then? I think I probably am. All right, well, that leads to the question of which side leads to the more appealing helix. Yeah, I know. Helices are a terrible thing to do to yourself as well. But, you know, sometimes you need a helix. And who are you going to call? You know, I might leave that track in there. I don't think we're going to go... Do I want to go that way? Well, you would, what? Helix something like that before hitting there. This way you'll straighten that up a bit, go into the mountain, helix back out again, and then continue the track down. I quite like that as a route. Okay, alright, that's what we'll do. Alright, so back her up a smidge. Hello you, we're backing up a smidge. Now, I mean, I could try it just going underground earlier, but I don't want to go underground earlier. Right, so if we keep going, you're going to have to go maximum down all the time. You know you're rebuilding exactly where you were, right? Yeah. Right, well, how about we go that way a little bit? This might take more than one swing, you know, so bear with me. Right, and then bring it out and around. Try and keep the speeds to 100 plus if you can. No, you're going to need to go further. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a ruddy great bridge. And that's just not going to look good. To make a good looking helix, you've got to have a mountain at work. You've just got to. It's essential. I mean, it's more or less the law. Right, and then bring around like that. Broaden it out so you've got 100. Yeah. And then what? Back round and under and through and round. Yeah, I mean, that's already more bridge than I'd like. Alright, just slap something. I might change my mind on this. You know, once in a while I am going to do an episode where I try out a whole bunch of different things and none of it looks great. Give me anything. Give me anything at all. That, alright. Oh god, that's boring. Okay, well, that one then. Yeah, it needs pillars, but I'll worry about that later. Alright, and then continue around, maintaining the 100 minimum, maybe even exceeding 100 minimum. This is a big fat helix. I know you're going to be wide of target there. Okay. Yeah, get to 100. Right, that's it. Right, and then onwards we go. Now there may be one or two of you in the comments who kind of go like you've not gone down all the way there. In fact, we're already too low down now. Where is it? No, I'm not going to make it go back uphill again. I just want to see how close to the surface I am. Oh crikey! Okay, all right, fine. In that case, we can wheel back to about here. Keep it flat. Try that, yeah, and then there. How low are we? Low enough that you can go further back up. Okay, all right. I built two really lovely interlocking helices in the last series, and as much as you know the shortcomings of helices, I have published it. I've publicised clearly. I still like them. Now this is going to put a dent in the profits, but I still like them. And it's not like you could. I mean, potentially you could resolve some of the problems by having a fast enough train on it. But the problem there is that you've got because you're pulling a corner the entire time, you're not going to be able to maintain the speed, even if you did have a super speedy train going on there. There you go. Then you come out over here. What? And then immediately do a 90-degree turn? This is awful. Yeah. Look, I'll do inefficient if it's going to look great as a result, but this just doesn't. No, I hate it. All right, plan B, which is go from the bottom and work upwards, rather than going from the top and working down. With that was a non-starter, so we'll go from the bottom up rather than top down. So here's the end of my tunnel. Let's make it happen. Now, the alternative obviously also lends itself towards do one real quick, real fast, tight helix that gets you the elevation change that you need, and then it's done and it's out of the way, and then you can build your speed over subsequent bits of gubbins. You know, yeah. Give me this top side, and then give me some pillars. That's not. I look. I don't understand this flipping thing, and that's why I keep fighting the bridge tool every time. Because to me, it feels like it should be choose a top bit, choose a bottom bit, and you're done. But it doesn't seem to actually do that at all. All right, so where are we going? I honestly don't know. But you're doing it anyway. Yeah? Right, okay. All right, now what? Keep going up. I see. Keep going up. Well, that's a bold strat. In fact, from here, if we crow fly it, how far are we short? How far? You can do. Look, you can get to here. You don't need a helix. Oh yeah. I mean, you're telling me too much slope, which means that we're probably off by a little bit. But it means you haven't sacrificed an efficient route. Okay. I don't think there's avoiding it. Not in this case. I don't think you can. Right. All right. The time has come there, existing train, that I'm going to ruin it for you. Yeah. Incidentally, anyone who had hopes of maybe we do a little bit more than just this line this time, no, that's dead now, because the track did not wish to comply with what I felt was quite a reasonable demand. No, that's dead to us now. That secondary scheme. Do you want to zoom in a bit? You might find it a bit easier to delete if you're in a bit closer. Right. Are we going to use those trains, or are you going to replace them with something else? No, we'll use these. I'll create a junction for them when I'm done. All right. Now, what's this bit for? Oh, absolutely nothing now. All right, let's get rid of that then. You're going to keep this one. Yeah, I'm going to use it as an aide-memoire towards... That's an aide-memoire towards a line that I might forget that I wanted to make. Okay. All right, and we're off to see the wizard. And go. Do not say too... You haven't said too much slope. You have said 6.5 million quid. And you have said, I'm going underground the entire way. Oh, I don't want to go underground the entire way. Well, tough. I just don't want to. I don't think you can avoid it. Okay, it's a novel idea. Right, adding a helix, because we know that works now. Adding a helix adds extra track distance, right? And in the process, it slows you down dramatically while you're doing that. Now, I'm here looking at this lot over there and going, yes, mine may be interesting, and that's only just slightly thrown me off what I'm thinking here. So instead of doing a helix, we do a high speed route that takes us out this way. So 120 here, hardly high speed, I know, but you're in the station approach, and therefore you're still in acceleration or deceleration there. So we can burn off some of the height by going this way, and then keep a good speed kind of an angle to come out over here. I don't think we're going to see any more train going this way, you know. No, I don't think we're going to see any more train coming this way. You might do. Yeah. You don't. Yeah, okay, we could have stopped going downhill earlier, which is nice, which means we will come topside a little sooner. I'm building it. I'm going to have a look at it. I've got loads of money. I'm not bothered. It's fine. The whole reason for building up loads of money this quickly is to be able to fritter it away on projects and you know, not lose your shirt if it doesn't go entirely to plan. Check your angle. Angle's off. Okay, so about there. Stop going uphill. That's not what I'm asking you to do at all. Alright, yeah, go on. Show me what you're working with. To about here-ish. You're still too deep. Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you're still too deep. Now, this will maintain the kind of speed that we want, which means that a faster train... So we could use an intercity on here. I mean, that would be catastrophic, because those intercities, they don't pick up to full speed very quickly. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm deleting the track again. Yeah, I know. This is the kind of thing that I would do on myself, and everybody would be like, oh, I wish you'd showed us building it. I go, fine. If you want to see how the sausages are made, I will show... I have routinely showed sausages being made, and you're all like, yeah, okay, it wasn't maybe the most exciting episode ever in the history of ever. Right, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. That's come out beautifully. And we still end up with a whacking great bit of underground. Okay. All right, what's your next thought? I don't want a whacking great bit of underground. Well, you can't avoid having a whacking great bit of underground. You just can't. It's not allowed. Because getting the rest of the distance there, that's not going to be difficult at all. That's going to be quite straightforward. But I don't want a whacking great bit of underground. I don't know. I could stick it in and rework the track later, but I probably won't. I'll probably just leave it making the money. Ooh, I like this map. Holy cow. It's been a long time since I've had a map that has foxed me when it comes to making a track that I don't hate. Quite as much as this one has done. And we're not even that far into it yet. I mean, it's... To be fair, it's largely only this bit that's made me go... Does the train have to come to Alpha Complex? Yeah. Ooh. Yes. Or... it could go up to Gallifrey. Ah. Yeah, because that's the 2 stops, right? Alpha Complex, Gallifrey for the coastal job. So it could go to Gallifrey. It doesn't have to go to Gallifrey either. It could go to anywhere. Yeah. But look at all this lovely mountain stuff you've got going on here. Alright, I'm going to try a bit of track. This is entirely experimental. Yeah, you lot are all forfeit, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and go from up here for the moment. This is nowhere near where I would need it to be, but I want to have a look at it. Alright. Okay. Yeah, and then cheeky tunnels are the order of the day. Yeah. A little peekaboo outside of the cliffside. No, are we too far inside it? Yes, we are. Okay, all right, that's okay. Little cheeky little something. Little cheeky anything. What the problem? What's your major malfunction? God damn it. Okay, all right, fine. Well, you know, what about putting a bit here? Look, this makes sense in my head. All right, I know what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm just trying to accomplish it. All right. Yeah. That's the ticket right there. You're heading for enormous viaducts, right? Shut up. Okay. All right. Enormous viaduct. It's coming. Here it comes. Oh, no. Yeah, oh, no, indeed. Right. Can we connect onto the end of there, please? Onto the end of there. Onto here. No? Don't fancy it? What if I were to, you know, give you some options? There's track there. I can see it with my eyes. And, oh, hold on. Oh, it's because the angles are all skew-whiff because we're mingling the streams left, right, and ruddy centre here. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Just whatever. There's no way I'm actually going to build. There we go. Right, do that. Okay. Show me what we've got. Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Whacking great aqueduct, viaduct. Might as well be a flipping aqueduct. You're an aqueduct. Back it over here. Nice tunnel. It's rubbish. Okay, right. Okay. Well, I'm glad we took the time to look at that. Oh, crikey. I don't know. I just do not know. I haven't got a Scooby. Yeah. What's so wrong with what you've got at the moment? Right? You've managed to work your way down the hill. You've got into a station that is pretty much at the same height. Why don't you just peel that off this way into there and shut up? The point you make is a valid one, and I perhaps should have stumbled across that as a solution earlier on, but I thought that I could make something that was nicer. Well, why don't you just smooth out a little bit of what you've got there, and then come on, get the rest of it. Get it. Is that all of it? I think it is. There's a gouge there that makes it. No, there you go. It's because you're holding shift down. And then, yeah. So smooth out the lines that are there already to make them maybe look a little bit nicer, and go from. Oh, this is not helpful at all. Just would you? No, I'm not leaving it in there as a testimony to failed ideas. No, I'm long since over that, because if I did, the next time I try going through the Chuffing Mountain, I'll go like, why can't I get through? What do you mean you're clipping with something? There's nothing. Oh, I left that there. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, we're getting there now. I've got a scheme at least. It's not a scheme that I like. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious by the fact that I've tried 5 or 6 different schemes since then. Still got 100 million quid. Yeah. How's that possible? The game's paused. Yeah, I know. You're doing a pretty poor job at spending it, clearly. Yeah. Just get that last bit. Never mind the chuffing trees. Get a track. There you go. Yeah. Right. Happy now? Oh, I'm a very long way from being happy. Right, so yeah. Okay, right. Try pulling a line out from the station to try and hook on about here. Right? That's a little more efficient. Don't know if it'll work or not, but we can certainly give it a go. Right. Because obviously we can then fix the corner that this results in. Right. Any complaints? None. Okay. All right. Then that's the way we'll go. Yeah, got there eventually. No, I'm not happy with the result. No, I might have to have another look at it. But maybe it's just not this time. Maybe, you know, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for a good track. And maybe this isn't it. Maybe this is just one that you have to go, fine, function over form. That's how we're going to have to go. Sorry, everybody who is a form fan, but not today. Right, so what? I mean, if you're going to be hooking around the corner here, what's your speed? What are we looking at? 169. Yeah, that's not dreadful. Yeah, that's not dreadful. Okay, yeah, plumb that in. Okay, right. And then let's delete all of this. Yeah, I know there's a train trapped on there. I'm not going to forget about it because we're probably going to want it. If we don't want it, I'll just sell it. Right, 120 is too slow. Well, then you're going to about there. Well, fine, I'll go to about there then. and look at the forecoming tunnel. I'm not sure forecoming is a word. It is the way that I'm using it. Well, I suppose that's valid in some fashion or another. Right, just merge this onto here. Right, and then we'll put a cheeky little train shuffle. Yeah, go on, get up there. That's it. Shove it back onto the new line. It's like magic. Yeah, yeah. It's on the new line. Yeah, I know. The new line doesn't have a route associated with it yet, but hey, who's really counter? That looks like it's got a lump in the middle of it. That's because it sort of has. Great. And then delete from the apex of this corner. Maybe about there. And then run it the rest of the way. Okay, right. I'll get rid of this bridge that wasn't horrible. I didn't hate that bridge. But obviously I don't love it enough that I'm going to keep it because it serves no practical function anymore. Right, grab you over here onto. Are you sure you grabbed the right bit? Yeah, pretty sure. You've got a 123 there. Yeah, but it's at the end of the run. Alright, so it does that. Okay. I'm not happy about it. You're not thrilled. None of us are singing and dancing and going, woohoo! We've made brilliant, because we haven't. And also, you haven't finished yet. Oh yeah, I've got to do a bit of a rework over here. Let's shove this train onto the new bit of track as well. Yeah. I know it's bulldozing track lane, bulldozing track lane, bulldozing track lane. The episode. Right, there you go. There was a train in there somewhere. There he is. Right. Shove it along. 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 Shove it there. Right, and now we go grab and we go zingy. And nothing complains, and we've actually managed to lose a tunnel there, but we dropped to 98 kilometers per hour, which is too slow. Well, then choice number 2 is bend it out a little bit further. So what? Bend it out to about there. Yep, 174 is viable. I think you're still going to get a 98 or less corner here. 94. Told you so. Yeah, it might be flatter. Flatter's no good because I mean you get the down as much as you sacrifice by losing the uphill. You do get the downhill as well. Well, hold on. Why don't you go this way? Right, so about there. Pulling a bit of an uphill on the way. Yeah. Gently. Try not to pull madcap levels of uphill over short distances. That's how you end up with the old roller coaster look. If you do it over a longer distance, it tends to be it elongates the curves, and that 74, you're going in the wrong direction. Oh, ruddy Nora. Well, I don't know what Nora's got to do with it, but if you're holding her accountable, then okay. All right, come around here. Just no, you're not. That's not even a thing. Give me this. Alright, bend it like Beckham. Is that how Beckham would lay his track? Oh yeah. Yeah, he loved to put a kink in it. Right, okay. 130. I will accept 130 as a corner. 88? I said 130. We're going to have to do this way. And the dream of no tunnels is dead. Okay, fine. I'm over it now. I just want it connected. I just want it done. No, my patience has run out, and so has that of my viewers. My viewers are like, yeah, this was fun for maybe 5 minutes, and then after that, it just became very repetitive, with you getting increasingly frustrated about it not really playing ball. And I was looking at it and going like, oh, I could build that 100% better in 10% of the time. You kind of go, well, go on then. I've given you the save game. Go and prove you're a genius, you ruddy legend. Right, go for that, and then a bit of this. 114. You know what? I'm so bored of it. I'm going to take 114. There you go. Right. Are we pleased? Not even close. Yeah. Because you know what we could do? All right, good, got it. Yeah, I've got it now. I'm not pleased with it still, but I am sufficiently satisfied that I'll let it stand. So let's wang some signals on this and set the route up, and then those two trains should squeak into life, and we'll have some off we go. So we've got a bit of a bridge going on here. It is mostly flat. Obviously, the shifting height of the landscape makes it look otherwise. But it is more or less flat. I think this transition here could be worked on a little bit more, but I just did that. I literally just did. Well, what's the change? Oh, I bulldozed this bit of the city. That freed me up a nice straight line at the end here that looks better. Yeah. And so that's what we've done. Now it's double tracks, but it goes into a single platform, single station at the other end, and that's fine. Now the volume of people that we're going to get going to it is not going to be enormous, not to start with, because there's no ongoing destination from Alpha Complex. You've got what the buses provide and so on, but that's not significant. Right, just slap a quick one in there, and we should be good to go. Okay, hold everything. Is that your platform, Mrs.? Yeah. It is, because it carries on that way. Yeah. All right. Okay, got you. Right. So bring up the broken one. I see enigmatic line. Manage the line. We go from Ankh City, and we no longer go to night. Words, and we end up in Alpha Complex. Alpha Complex. There you go. Thank you. Good. Now that's not going to work either, right? Because I've not hooked up Alpha Complex to anything at the moment. The lozenge, I suspect, is a broken route. Maybe even that one we were just talking about. But who knows? I'm about to knock down a skyscraper. But who knows? No, I know. I know. We're definitely about to knock down a skyscraper. Now I'm not going to revisit the bus route today. Because I'm going to do a little bit more. I'll do one of those. I've just applied a little bit of polish while you were away. I've knocked down 2 skyscrapers. Good. They deserve it. Yeah. They've got no right to the sky. They haven't paid their sky tax. And slap that one up there. Yuck. Slap that one up there. Yuck. This is why I'm going to rebuild it, because with a bit of smoothing and a bit of... Yeah, I know, it's not parallel the entire way. Look, it's good enough for the moment. That'll be sufficient for now. And then I can polish it up a little bit. I'll get a form going. We've broken the Dystoburbs. Road Vehicle 40's lost. And it's just got... I don't know what's going on anymore. Did you call them Discoburbs? No, I think I call it Disto. Are you sure about that? No, but I think it's a route that goes this way. So we'll slap in a bit more of this. And the good news is, you see this nice little bridge that we've got going on here. It's just right for squeaking a bit of road underneath. Oh yeah, it's lovely. There you go. Has that fixed it? Dystoburbs fixed. Although I'm not certain of that, because I did sever some bits of road that looked like it might be trying to get out of there. Let's have a quick... Yeah, see, look over here. Oh, yeah. What are you going to do about that? I'm going to put a very easy and very obvious route along here. And that should clean that up. Should. Straight line, please. Thank you. Go on. There you go. Right. Speak. Well, I know there aren't any problems, but are you using this in the way nature intended? Yes, good. Okay, that's grand. Yeah. All right. Give the AI just the barest suggestion that they can build out the other side of this bridge as well. Okay. There you go. That's a pretty bare suggestion. Yeah, I think that might do the trick. Actually, if we switch to a bit of this and then maybe do a bit of that as well. It's a horrible junction, and we could probably do it better. Yeah. No, that's okay. That's an acceptable junction. Could probably do it better, but we've left the barest of suggestions to the AI that there are possibilities here. You know what else we should do? We should do one that goes something like that. Oh, I'd rather it was kind of mirroring this bend. You want to be able to grab the splines. Grab your own splines. You can keep your hands off mine. They're my own personal splines that I paid for with my own personal spending money. Right. Yeah, good. Kill it? Yeah. Right, good luck making that route work. I've deleted the station. I am the enigmatic. You're working fine. Unpause. You're fine. I might need to turn the trains around a little bit. But ultimately, I think you're going to be absolutely fine. Let's apply some turbos. And just wait for these to shake loose. This chap seems to be fine. Which means it's probably his pal. That's the one you were just looking at. Okay? It's probably his pal. No, it's fine. The enigmatic line doesn't have a problem at all. You're lying to me there, Lozenge. Oh, unless we're going into the wrong... Unless we've got the wrong platform assignment. Well, we'll see if this one's confused when it's finished doing its business here. Doesn't seem to be confused. Doesn't, does it? No? Do you want to ride it? Yeah, go on. Slow it down a bit. Yeah, we'll stick it in notch 2, and we'll see what this is like. And you know what? I don't think this has got a lump in it. It's just because it's got a flat section. It looks like it's uneven. All right, that's tolerable. It's very uphill, but I don't think there's any getting away from that, really. Yeah, there's a lump. There's another lump. Did you build this in more than one bit? That's the usual reason you'll get lumps in there. I don't think so. I thought I built that as one curve. Okay, well you can revisit that and make sure it's better. Yeah. Right. Well, if this were broken, we will see it shortly because the other train will be sat there looking gormless. So, you know, brace yourselves. Come on. Come on. Okay, this tunnel shouldn't be too problematic. And here's where we find out what we've won. I didn't see the other train. No, but it's there though, isn't it? And there's no points, so it can't get over onto the other track. That's why it's broken. Okay. All right, good. You know what? I think that's the most underrated aspect of playing the game a lot. Any game. Right, the underrated aspect of playing any game a lot is that you can deduce where a problem may be very quickly, and that's actually quite a neat little junction there. No, stay, not you. Hello, soldier. You appear to be on track 3. That's the only one I can get to. Right, okay. Well, that'll be why this is broken. Right, whack that around. Off you go, and then manage the line. Yeah, and we want to go into Ank 3, not Ank 4. Still says it's broken. It's wrong. At least I'm pretty flipping sure it's wrong. This is track 3, right? Oh, it might not be. It might be track 2. Call up the station. Yeah. Look at the terminals. No, that's track 3. Well, why are you still giving me the armpit? I don't know. Yeah, don't give me the armpit. It's running. Okay, maybe it's not platform 4 at the other end. But that's the only platform it can go. Lorks. Well, haven't we created some demand? Yeah. That worries me, Elizabeth. Surely that's platform... No, that must be platform 1. Well, it knew that when I set it up. Why in the heck... Would you be flipping assigning me the wrong platform? You gosh darn joker. Gosh darn it. Gonna need a bus stop in there. Gonna need quite a lot of smoothing. The tree gun's coming out. He's built a building. It's not gonna last because this road is manky as anything. A secondary connection probably going along the top between the Alpha Complex and the rest of the town is going to be important. We got a bus station here now that serves precious little anything. So that's going to need to be resolved. Could polish that little lumpy section in there as well. Anyway, that's what I've got in my future between this episode and the next one. I invite you to tune in for that. I swear it'll be better than this one was. I'm desperately disappointed with today's episode, you know, desperately. I've got the result, but I'd wanted a really tasteful piece of track, and it's not what I've got. No. Well, look, what have you got coming up? Let's do our what's coming up. Right, you've got the completion of Ankh into the centre of Fantacity. You've then got the Dystoburbs local line, right, going through there. You've then got the coastal line coming around here, which is going to be moving the station at Bongolia as well. Yeah, that's the next couple, right? Yeah. Which one's going to be the least joyful? All of them. None of this is really lending itself towards, I'm building something perfect. All right, I think next time around, we will go for the reshaping of Bongolia, setting up of City, and doing the coastal line, because I'm just going to have it clip through the cliffs here and there, and it's easy, right? It's easy. I've said that with my face. It is easy. Next time around, piece of cake project. I've been Colonel Failure. If you're not subscribed, then I'll catch you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Cheerio.